Yo, how's it going, beautiful people of the internet? It's Polecat here, and I am looking at the resources available for Star Renegades today. I know that seems kind of weird, but luckily Steam's probably like the best place to find like resources for Star Renegades. You got like the beginner's guide, and you have this character and item guide here, right? There's plenty of good stuff in here. Ooh, there's a tier list. This is new, right? He's got like what's he got going on here? He's got like Dark Paragon and S for some reason. I don't know why Paragon's an A. Some other stuff going on here. I mean, I don't like Marksman that much, but I could see why you would like him. Most of this is kind of straightforward. He's missing a couple characters though. I don't see Empath on here. Uh, oh, 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 oh dear. Oh no, that can't be right at all. So today we find ourselves talking about the great fun time that is, of course, going to be Empath, a character I think that's really kind of like underrated. But according to this guide, it's tied with Archon being the worst starting pick. It has a good relationship bonus, decent fury ability, and more importantly, non existent damage, mediocre support abilities, and does not make up for having an actual carry. I'm going to prove all of this wrong today because this is, I think, probably one of the most underrated characters. And I don't want to be the kind of guy who just goes, "Oh, you're stupid and you're wrong." I think that this is a legitimately good character that a lot of people that at least the writer of this guide overlooks. And I'm going to be here to prove to you today that she can do a lot of work. So let's step in game here. All right, we find ourselves in game now, and of course, I'm going to throw my party together real quick. So we're going to be using the newest version of Saboteur, great character. We're going to be using good old Enforcer. I like Kenix the best. He gets AoE at level 4, great character. And then I'm going to be using Dinah, which is, I don't even remember which version of Empath this is, but this is easily the best version of Empath. There's a lot of reasons why this character works. I'm going to get into like an actual fight though and show you why this version of the character is so good. I'm not here to like just say the character is good, right? I need to prove the character's good, you know? And we need to take Interceptor, gonna take Defender, and then I think like the the recommended perk you take what for Empath was like Shaman, which is like this is really bad. It gives you like I think like plus 20 seconds of stimulate buffing speed, an extra 10% crit damage, and like 10% more defense on your piece. But we're gonna take Disruptor. This is a great ability. 15% more damage, 5 extra delay, 5 extra stagger. This is exactly like what every character wished they got. This is one of the reasons why this character does work very well in Entropy 5. No issue. So I'm gonna cut here, and we'll fast forward to we're in a fight where I can really show off this team, right? All right, once again, we are back. We're getting into our second fight, so I can finally show off this character because that was a lot of setup. I'm gonna take a quick level up on her. My team started off with a conquest just as well, just so you know the item. There's a few other items that are promoted, but they're not really that important for this stage in the game. And this is like really where I don't really understand when people call Empath a bad character, because you're gonna find the ability to just ignore shields is extremely strong, and there's a lot of enemies that it doesn't matter how much shields they have. If you're able to just directly target their health, you'll be able to take them out. And uniquely, Empath is the only character in the game that can do that. So yeah, easily taking care of just enemies one at a time here. No problem. This is really how this team just operates on just all levels. It's just, yeah, they're going for me, but I just don't care. So we've seen how this character works at the start now, right? That ability to take out shield bots, even though all I had to do was just give her one level, this is something that very few characters actually match. That's something you need to understand. There's no other character that can one-shot a shield bot on their own without the use of Fury. It's this one character or bust. So I'm going to fast forward again to another interesting position with my team to see if I can show off once again just how good this character can be. All right, we've cut back again, and we've gotten ourselves into some trouble here. But this is a really good example once again, because my knife also hits back row. Even though I already showed off that first example, I want to show off this, just another example. This team just does not care. It just does not care. You know, there's simply nothing this team could really care about when it comes to all this stuff. You know, and this even gets better because I'm going to inspire in this situation, right? This seems like a weird choice, but it's simply one thing I want to be able to do. I want to be able to blitz. And then I want to be able to defend. All of a sudden, my team is in a situation where we're completely safe. Because I siphoned shields there, I still have that buffer available to me. I think we'll skip forward on the rest of this one. We've gotten the examples in, right? You kind of got an idea of what we're doing here. And so I think I'm going to skip ahead, maybe to the behemoth fight, maybe to another fight. We'll see, though. Just so everything kind of comes together and why the team even works when we get to there. Hopefully we'll get the right item on the way there. But we will see once again with the next, let's say, jump forward in time. All right, we're back with the squad once again. We picked up the Nadir. We picked up like a Smuggler's Eye, which is okay. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's fine. We picked up a few good items here. I think this will be a pretty fun fight. Depends on what he's got. He's got a Firewolf with them. I hate those. But it looks like it's only got 13 armor, so we should be okay. So, right off the bat, I could just break him here. Because I took the extra 5 seconds of stagger, I can just break with my empath. I've reached 25 seconds of stagger, getting just to tier 1 relationship. Had I picked up a retribution, I would have been able to do this anyways. This is just like one of those things. Like this team doesn't look very strong, but it does a lot. It does a whole heck of a lot. I'm thinking I'm going to use Trick Shot here just to stop the burst shot. Maybe get him onto a different attack next turn. Or I could just take it. The defend, though, will probably not be very pretty. But, yeah, I have 2 stuns, so I'm going to save it. And we'll see what happens on the following turns. Okay, he's got napalm missiles for me. Not sure how you got back to two stagger. But now I can hit the back row just fine. Does he not have the... He does have unyielding, okay. So, let's see here. I think I might switch over to Time Aura here, which is a little bit different. So if I'm on Time Aura, and I burst shot, but before that I blitz, do I kill? This is a good question. If this doesn't kill, I'll use an Inspire here to make sure we get rid of this guy already. Because now he's got all the debuffs on him. And yeah, now he's dead. So this is another thing that I find rather strange, is when people say that Malric, what I forgot the name of the class, but whenever they say, you need to get rid of armor, the reality is you can hit so hard on this team. He's got a relationship tier 1 with Empath. He's got like a plus damage weapon. He's got plus damage versus marked with flurries. You can get his damage so high that armor just does not exist to you. And of course, we're going to break our friend here. And, this is a very clean fight so far. Things are going exactly the way I want them to. I still have 2 stuns. I have a good target for siphoning shields back to my front line. You know, this is where I really don't understand when you say, like, oh, you got to have these on a team. Like, you're always in a situation where you want certain stuff on a team. Everything has good reason to be on a team. I could hilariously use... Oh, we'll do that, yeah, just because that's funny. So, we're going to blitz. And then we'll inspire for another blitz. And once again, we'll mind knife just to hit him again. Another thing you're seeing here is we're using the laser gauntlets that give me plus 25% versus health. Because I just straight up ignore armor and shields, I'm hitting that health directly and I'm getting that debuff. Even before, like, we go through his shields. There's a lot of other variations that work on this team. Really, the core of it is just my 2 characters in the front line here. Or, yeah, my 2 characters in the back there, which is, of course, Empath and Saboteur. You can use all sorts of different crews with this. There's no like one way to like or no one character to use for the 3rd slot here. You don't have to use Enforcer. There we go. My brain finally remembered something. You can also use like Marksman. You can use Spectre. Hell, you can even use Paragon. There's so many different ways that you can build this team just with those 2 characters alone back there. So I think our performance has been pretty good so far. So I think I can easily repeat this process once again with a different team and a different core. And here's Mind Scythe just ignoring 45 armor. Super great, you know. Hitting harder than my Enforcer here because of the armor that's on him. You know, this is great for me because I just don't care. Anything he goes for, I just do not care on this team. It does not matter. It does not matter to me. Nothing exists. There is no armor you can have. I'm not even using Strength Aura right now. I'm just straight up bullying this guy. He's not allowed to attack. So the last thing I want to talk about before like I move on to a different team, I need to talk about how this team works in the long term because it works differently. A lot of teams try to get an AoE stagger game going. However, you're going to notice that there's not really an AoE stagger that works on turn 1 here. However, thanks to Empath, and quite specifically thanks to Inspire, you can spend 20 Fury and use In a Flash on turn 1. So this team continuously just provides ways to innovate among already existing teams. So let's see what we can do with the next crew I can put together. All right, here we are back once again, getting another team together, right? And I'm gonna use all these characters that he said were like B tier, A tier. I'm not even gonna use an S tier character, so we aren't like, ooh, the tiers matter, right? I'm gonna try to use this team. I don't think this team's perfect. I think it's got some issues, but I definitely think it can get past World 1. So let's see exactly where we get to. I'll just do once again a little bit of cutting ahead. You know, we don't want to sit here all day just to see if this works or not, right? All right. I'm back again. We're not that far in the future as I thought I'd be, but I'm here for another really good synergy to show off, right? Because we're going to Siphon Stab here, right? And then after the Siphon Stab, we're going to kill the shield bot. That will replenish the shields, which if we wanted to, we can Siphon Stab it again to get more shields back. it just shows just how effective that just the ability to take out one stupid bot works. The shield bot is probably one of the most annoying enemies for a lot of teams to deal with on the highest difficulty. A lot of teams just do not want to deal with such an annoying pest. It does a lot of direct damage with its shields, and a lot of enemies just can't, a lot of characters just can't deal with the fact that they're going to take 50 shield damage no matter what when they get hit by a shield bot. So you end up making the team a lot bulkier just for the reason of taking out that one enemy type very well. All right. Let's cut forward quite a bit more, huh? All right, here we are once again. We've got ourselves all built up. Sort of, not really. I didn't really find any gloves. My empath isn't looking great, but my shields are a little bit rough around the edges, but we'll have to see what he's got packed for me. Oh, he's got an even worse team than I could imagine. But I should be able to... Ooh. See, I'm just barely short of the stagger because I didn't get the extra pair of gloves that I wanted. Oof. Now I'm in such a weird situation. Okay, so I'm going to do something extremely funky here, right? I'm going to use my Inspire early. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Inspire Siphon Stab. Siphon Stab again. And that gets me through the break I need. A little bit unfortunate I had to spend it all at once like that, but there's just not much I can do. This team ended up getting really dumped on in terms of items. I didn't get half of what I wanted. Okay, let's see what we can get rid of. I definitely get rid of the one guy. Let's see. I don't think Time Org makes me fast enough. Does not. So we'll go to Strength Aura. Salvo here. And I'll just block here because I don't want to get hit with that Napalm Bomb. Okay, here we go. Another Siphon Stab. Start getting back our shields and start doing some shield damage as well. I've managed to get relationship 1 between all these characters, so my shield damage is actually pretty good here. Since the bonus from Commando is plus 15% shield damage. A rather underrated bonus if you ask me. More Napalm. Does not get old. All right, there's that burst shot. I've been waiting for that stupid thing to come out. See, I can either get some shields back or I can start really playing on the heat. Let's see here. How am I taking this? Really poorly. Not a surprise. So I don't think I have much more choice than hitting him. Since I didn't get any good items with my empath, it's definitely a decision to attack with her. So I can blade throw, or I can justice. I'll blade throw. More armor damage that way. Yeah, I'll get marked off me next turn by the very least. Another bonus here is I have 15% less health damage taken on my Paragon. It's not the greatest bonus, but does at least give him a little bit more bulkiness, especially when we're going to get into what is basically going to be a grind game here. Let's see, I'm already on time aura. Okay. All right, there's the reboot. We'll just let him reboot. It'll give me a chance to steal back more shields that way. Bullet hell, this is looking pretty nasty. And not quite enough, of course. I should have gone for salvo last turn, then I could have broken again. Late kill no matter what I do. All right, we're rewind that round. That was a mistake I made. And now he switches to Gamma Beam. That's one thing when you rewind the round is sometimes they just decide, okay, maybe not that attack. He's going to have 4. See, I don't want to outright break. Okay, no matter what, I'm going to live it. Question is, how much will it be on? Okay, that's a break there. That's really good for me to work with. Okay, so this will probably be one of the few times I inspire here, just to make sure I get more crits in, or rather stimulate. By far the biggest problem that happened with this attempt was I wasn't able to find a weapon or a device with mark on it. It really, really hampered a lot of plans. I really can't help but to stress that fact. My team really needed the ability to mark things. But it looks like we're going to get through this very cleanly. Or rather, by the back of our teeth. Oh, goodness. But if you make it, you made it. That's all that matters, right? Okay, I think that there proves pretty definitively that you can use Empath and still get past World 1. You know, that was really my big here, because the claim that guide made is that you're just not getting through with Empath. And I think I was just straight up, that's just not true. Empath can make it. Empath is a good character. You know, she might not have typical strengths of most characters, but even in a situation where she wasn't given good weapons, she can make her way through. I hope this kind of proves to a lot of people as well that had thought down on this character, and I hope in the future, perhaps you can update the guide. You know, I'm not here to make this be like, ooh, you know, you were wrong. You know, I'm here to just show you. It's just like, I think this character's good. I think you're underrating this character. Anyways, I've been Polecat. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I hope you learned a little bit about at least one character in the game.